So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny.
Hot, hot, hot. Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
You would think by now.
You got it.
You would think by now. I kind of know how to do this. Yeah, I cut it on and sometimes I figure it out. Sometimes not so much. Well, you know what? When it comes down to healing the block, one heart at a time, Matt Valliere, you have not been a stranger to our community. You hold so many different positions around the universe. It's almost like, well, you know, which capacity do you serve today? I mean, do you ever get the opportunity to cut any of them off?
Well, not too often, especially as a father as well. So
right?
Last night it was a fun night of bowling after 10 o'clock.
No, okay. Now, you know, I'm glad you mentioned it. Are you any good at bowling?
Oh, decent.
Okay, so you're the one with the bumper bowls is what you're saying.
I needed them last night.
Wait, did the kid do any negotiation? Because, you know, right now you should be on homework and dish duty according to your bowling game.
Yeah.
Well, one thing is for sure, I hope that your golf game is a lot better because we have something coming up that's going to be amazing. Jaguar Nation is holding you accountable for one of the best weekends ever. So tell me a little bit about how is it that you are co-chair of this Southern University's athletic gala and this extravagant weekend that's coming up?
Well, we've been doing it. This is the second year of the gala, so it's also the third year of our golf tournament. So the weekend is an exciting time. We're really excited about the events that are happening. So they called upon me to be the co-chair once again this year. So how are you going to say no to Southern?
How? These are questions that need answers. If you know how, now is the time to tell it. I need help for a friend. But he showed up, and he's doing it in the spirit of excellence. And I know that your co-chair should be looking for you, too, though.
Oh, yeah, Miss Tracy Woods.
That's right.
Beating the streets and getting the money in, selling these tables. So, yeah, she's excited as well.
And selling these tables this year is a lot easier. Let me tell you why. Last year, y'all had that Baton Rouge Raising Cane's River Center jumping. People passing down the street trying to figure out what is going on. Oh, it's the Jaguar Nation party. But not only is it a Jaguar Nation party, we are partying for and with a major purpose. We have so many of these student athletes that go above and beyond to give of themselves, to represent us around the globe. And whenever they go out there and they're putting in the work, not only in the classroom, not only in their prospective sport, but just by being good individuals and highlighting us, we really want to pay it forward.
Definitely. The athletes do a wonderful job. So these events that weekend is going to be to raise money for the student athletes, for scholarships, to upgrade facilities, to help them when they need the housing, food.
Yeah.
Everything that they need, we're trying to provide through fundraising and that Back to the Bluff weekend.
You know what? We might need to designate just one solely for the food because we got so many student athletes that training. And I'm like, golly, have you seen their work schedule? It is insane how intense these workouts can get. Yes. And then they're serious about the nutrition. Like that's a whole nother entity in itself because they are machines and they are really just going at it.
Yes, always. And look, we're just excited to see these athletes perform. We're looking forward to a great football season, looking forward to basketball. These coaches we have us excited, have some good athletes on the field. So I think it's going to be a excellent year for the Jaguar Nation.
I like your predictions. And you know what else is going to kick off with a bang? When we show up Friday, August 23rd, Raising Cane's River Center. Rumor has it, Music Soul Child is headlining.
Yeah, he will be in the building. Music Soul Child is a headliner. We also have Universal Language, and we're going to be honoring some of the trendsetters of Southern University athletics.
Absolutely. And with each ticket, not only are we raising funds and preparing to have a lot of fun, but that ticket will come with a 3-course meal. So I hope you're prepared and coming hungry. Break out your ball gowns, break out your tuxedos. We're going to put on our good clothes. We're going to show up and have us a great time. Whether you're doing the individual ticket, we'll seat you at a table with some others from Jaguar Nation, or you and your team, y'all can sponsor a table. Is it too late for us to take sponsors for the actual event?
No, it's not. You can go to the SUS Foundation website under the Southern University Athletics Gala tables. We have VIP tables for $2,500, MVP tables for $2,000, and then other tables for $1,500. So they're still available. So go out and get your table.
That's right, but get them while supplies last, because when the ticket sales are over, the ticket sales are over. We want to make sure that we have enough seating and enough food and enough dance space, because when that dance floor is available and Music Soul Child hears that dum 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 dum.
You ready?
Listen, am I? I already have my soundtrack listed out. I'm like, listen now, I need to hear this. I need to hear this. I need to hear this one. Now, no certain order, but if I don't hear the songs I'm looking for, I am going to start unplugging stuff. So you might want to have a word with the gentleman. Yes, can you do that for me?
We definitely will.
Okay.
Get us your playlist so we can make sure.
You. Say less. And after that Friday, we're going to take it up an extra notch. This is what we're looking for all of the heavy hitters to come through. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, on Saturday, we have the Football First Look and Fan Fest, where you can come meet your favorite Southern University coaches as well as student athletes and get some autographs, enjoy some giveaways, the cheerleaders, the band.
Yeah.
It's just going to be fun in Mumford Stadium on that Saturday. And Sunday, we got the Zydeco and Soul Fest.
Okay.
First annual.
Break out the boots.
Yes.
We are here for it. Now, you got some heavy hitters that's coming through for that too, though.
Yeah. David Sylvester.
Yeah.
Roy Chip Anthony.
Yeah.
Cupid,
yeah,
and Lil Nate and the Zydeco Big Timers.
I'm loving it. It's a weekend that's family fun field oriented, and when you say we're getting a first look at our football team, that means our new head coach gonna be out there too, right?
Yep, T. Graves will be in the building.
Now hold on, I need to get Coach Graves back in the hot seat because I'm supposed to be one of the honorary coaches this season. Yeah, downset. How was that?
Look like you got it.
Put in a good word for me, okay?
Right.
Put in a good word for me. I know that he has some high expectations, and so do we.
Definitely.
And I know the team, they've been working. They don't just walk up and say, okay, it's football season, let's get in the game. And I'm going to say babies, because to us, they're babies. But these young adults have been putting in some serious work with training and conditioning and getting their minds ready to hit this 50-yard line.
Yes.
So that first look, well, when we get our first look at them on the field, they need to get a great first look of what's going to be in that stand supporting them.
Correct.
So I want us to show up and show out for them because these student athletes, they're from all over the world. And this very well may be the closest to family that they are for a very long time. So make sure that that first look that they get from the 50-yard line in the end zone in them stands represents what we plan to do for them home games this season.
Yes, so that's going to be 9:30 on that Saturday morning, August 24th.
Are we tailgating that day? Can I tailgate?
Oh, it'll be some tailgate, RVs, cooking, good food, good fun.
Okay, I got my
Easy
Bake
beat the
oven.
heat, so we have it early.
My guy. See, that's why I roll with you. We're getting there early to beat the heat because we are really going to warm it up. And then you have this golf tournament. Have you been practicing your swing?
Oh, a little bit. Pretty good. I'm ready.
I can drive the cart. That's the best I got for you. Or talk somebody out of a game. Now, if we are looking for the golfers to come on out, because, we want to make sure that we have us a good game going. Is it too late for them to sign up?
No, they can. We have our website, suhardwoodclub.com. It's the 3rd annual tournament. It's a 3-man scramble.
Okay.
Cash prizes.
What?
Cash prizes.
Say less. Now, listen, I need a team. I need 2 that really know what they're doing. I'm the 3rd member. I'm going to talk us through this situation, but I'm going to need y'all to swing. Is it for the fences or is that baseball?
That's baseball. Baseball.
Well, I tried. Now is the time for you to log on and check it out. Make sure that you're participating because we have too many outlets for us to be able to support our team, to support Jaguar Nation, and to pay it forward. Alumnus, I need you to show up and show out for those future Jags, whether you have just been to the tailgate, to the party, the after party, or you really ready to party. Well, it's going down Friday, August 23rd at the Baton Rouge Raising Cane's and center. Doors are going to swing open. I'll be there for the welcome reception hosting and the silent auction. Well, with me, it won't be so silent. What you laughing at? Huh?
Yeah, it won't. It won't.
He said it
You know
won't.
you love to talk.
Hey, and it's going to be so much fun. So make sure that you're getting those tickets right now while supplies last, because once the tickets are gone, they're gone.
Yeah, but it's going to be a sellout.
Yeah, don't be at the door talking about, hey, Matt, it's me. Matt not even taking his phone that night because he'll be on the dance floor ready to have a good time, especially after all this work we're putting on you right now.
Yes.
So be prepared.
Yes.
And I encourage you strongly to get your clubs, to get your friends, get your family. Y'all just make it a girls' night if you need to. I mean, Music Soul Child is coming through to serenade us, ladies. And fellas, if you're really up on your game, it's date night. So, I mean, it's a win-win for everybody.
Yes, you're right. You got it all covered.
And with everything else that you have going on, I mean, the vision to finish out 2024 a lot stronger than we started. What is it looking like for you? How can we as a community help you out with all of the things you have going on right now with Carousel?
Well, definitely we're pushing hard. This week we're actually closing on a major project. It's going to be a geriatric clinic, so we're getting the finances together for that. So
congratulations in advance.
Want to break ground on that. That'll be something that we're working with Council on Aging.
Yes.
And it'll be a gift to the seniors by the end of 2025 and make sure that they stay healthy while they're aging in place.
You know what? I absolutely love it. And I want you to think of this as an extension of your office. So whenever you have things going on, jump in the hot seat, jump on the tan line, and consider it done.
Well, look, I'm going to definitely take you up on that because, at Care South, we always have something going on in the community.
That's why I rock with you.
Chances are I'm going to come across some random research that's going to make my life a little aha-ish. Like, no lie. Sometimes the information that finds its way across my desk, I'm more concerned as of who found it necessary to conduct this random research, who did they survey, and why are you so open and willing to share this information? Like, these are the real questions that need answers. However, today in the hot seat, we're going to chat with some phenomenal guests, none other than the founder of YEA, the Baton Rouge branch. Now, when you're starting to talk about YEA, we're talking about the Young Entrepreneurs Academy of Baton Rouge. Now, they have about 25 slots available. It's stemming across 9 different parishes, and it is something that you cannot afford to miss. If you have a high school student, or if you know of a high school student, I'm trying to figure out how can I get in on this course with these high school students? Like, can I be part of the field trip? Yes, no, maybe. Take a friend. Well, I have to say thank you so much to my friends over at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. We partnered up with Gordon Gives and Tan Cares, highlighting nonprofit organizations that's doing their part to pay it forward. If you know of any of these nonprofit organizations or these community stakeholders, we'd love to see how we can best work together. Bring some funds, have some fun, raise awareness, and push the initiative forward. So hit me up. Drop me a line at LaTangela@getgordon.com. Again, that's LaTangela@getgordon.com. We got Gordon. Now let's get it done. If you're looking at life half empty or half full, it says a lot about you. Stemming in from some research with the Mayo Clinic, if you're all doom and gloom, you may not live as long as your more optimistic peers. Follow me, we're going somewhere. People who see the glass as half full, they reportedly live longer, and they have less depression and greater resistance to the common cold, among other health benefits. So you might want to chase the sun, or let the sun chase you, but either way, get after it. And make sure that you're doing a valiant effort of putting your right foot in front of the left in front of the right, but you just keep it going. Being more optimistic reportedly helps us live longer, and I'm here for that. Okay, all right. Is it hot enough for you? I know. Oh, this summer has been unforgiving. Well, it's also the most single talked about topic of the summer. When we get together, we talk about the weather. 79% of adults say that they talk more about the weather than how their children are doing. Wait a second. Don't tell me that this sun is factoring in on if you're bragging on that kid or not. Like, are you kidding me right now? Well, it is hot. It is. It is. But hug the baby for me. But it's hot right now. The second most talked about event, TV shows. I know. And I just recently came across one outside of the LaTangela show, which I really want you to go check out. I'm here for that. But Your Honor on Netflix, yeah, I binged watched that, as well as The Night Agent, or was it The Agent? The Night Agent. Yeah, that was another one of my binge watch. If you hadn't seen it, check it out. I'm here taking more recommendations because on my downtime, I really enjoy watching films. So fill me in, drop me a line, slide in my DMs at LaTangela Fay, and let me know, am I missing a series that's really bingeable? Is that a word? It is now bingeable. Is worth the binge efforts of sitting there making sure we have the right amount of stuff. Okay, good. I'm here for it. Well, one other thing that I want to leave with you before we check in with Young Entrepreneurs Academy of Baton Rouge, get out and try your green thumb. Get out in the garden. According to Affective Disorders, it's a research journal that says getting out in the garden, you'll find way more than zucchini. You'll find peace and happiness. Planting and pruning have been shown to ease stress, decrease negative thoughts, and create a sense of contentment and peace. And if that heat just won't let you be great, journaling does the same thing. I'm here for it. I've always wanted to try my little green thumb action, but I'm just not quite sure if I'm good at it or not. Major props going out to 4 Big Farms. My friends, they're excellent at this. As a matter of fact, I need to place another order right now for some broccoli and some okra. So yes, shout out 4 Big Farms. Please help me out. Drop off my stash. You know where to find me. And if you need to find them, be sure to slide in and ask them, are you taking orders for the broccoli and okra yet? Just save mine. Coming up, we're going to chat about these 25 applications that will be accepted for the Young Entrepreneurs Academy of Baton Rouge. Not only are they accepting high school students, but they're granting them mentorship and apprenticeships, and also curating ideas that will lead them into becoming entrepreneurs, following their businesses with the Secretary of State, and also helping them prepare their pitch to provide some pitch and seed money. Yep, I got the inside scoop coming up with none other than Deborah Sternberg. So you be sure to keep it locked right where you have it. It's a mic. You get a mic. You get a mic. You get a mic. Now let's see if you know what to do with this mic.
All
okay?
right. Yeah, let's see.
Welcome to another episode of the LaTangela Show podcast, where there are no tears allowed in radio. Repeat after me. No tears.
No tears.
Allowed in radio.
In radio.
Okay, good. Now that we have that clear, we have none other than the Deborah Sternberg in the hot seat and on the tan line. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you. You are a ray of sunshine, and you have been bringing nothing less than the best of energy. And I see that you're doing some amazing things with our young entrepreneurs. So, Young Entrepreneurs Academy of Baton Rouge.
Yes.
You are the founder, and you have such a high success rate with this, but I have questions that need answers.
Okay.
How did you know that you wanted to take this from a passion or just an idea and to bring it to fruition for these children?
Well, I grew up in an entrepreneurial household, and I always knew that it was important to level the playing field so that everybody could have access to a network, whether it's an attorney or a CPA, people that they could turn to if they're interested in business, that they have a network of people. So, it's about 7.5 years ago, I decided to leave the for-profit world and enter the nonprofit space and launch the Young Entrepreneurs Academy of Baton Rouge.
Now, I have to tell you, Deborah, that's a leap in itself.
Yes.
So now,
it's a different world.
So what does that look like for you? Because, you have so many people that want to take that leap because they have a vision, not understanding where the provision will come from. Because when you're in one sector, it's almost like you get it. It's going to be, I give this, I get this, I give this, I get that. But then there's still something that's missing. So how did you manage to find the fulfillment for you in order not to get burned out and saying, well, maybe it was such a bad idea, I'm just going to drop it all together?
It's actually the most rewarding work I've done. And I have had multiple and different kinds of careers along the way, never in the nonprofit space, except for on boards. And so to launch this nonprofit and to be able to speak to people in the community every day about what we do and how we're impacting lives, especially at the high school level, has been very rewarding. And I look forward to continuing to do it.
Yeah, well, I tell you this, major props going out to my guy, Gerald. He hit me up and he sent me this information. He said, Tan, is it okay if you reach out to see what Ms. Deborah is talking about? Because I kind of read through this and she's doing some wonderful work with these kids. And I was like, sure, I'll read it. I'll check it out. And once I logged on to yeabr.org, my mind was blown. I'm thinking to myself, how do I sign up? Am I aged out for this? I saw young. I was like, barely.
Yeah, you're young.
Barely. I mean, but help me out. Young Entrepreneurs Academy of Baton Rouge, where you select students from across the parish, right? All 9 parishes for
Right.
EBR. And they are a part of a program that's helping to transform high school students into young entrepreneurs. Now, tell me a little bit about what that looks like.
So high school students are applying now, between now and August 18th.
Okay, deadline is approaching. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
And you don't have to have an idea for a business when you apply, just a passion for entrepreneurship. And you go online, yeabr.org,
Yes.
and there are a couple of essays. You write a couple of essays and you're interviewed. And upon selection, the class runs from September to April, every Wednesday from 5 to 8 p.m. at the College of Business at LSU.
Uh-huh.
And students are taught by College of Business instructors and entrepreneurs. We bring guest speakers in every week.
Wow.
Again, building student networks.
Uh-huh.
And then we go on field trips. So it's not just in the classrooms, but it's also meeting entrepreneurs in their spaces as well.
I love a good field trip.
I mean, that's better.
Exposure is everything.
Exactly.
And seeing it is believing it. And now that you're bringing this world into their world, you help them to identify what is that thing that you want to see more of in your world.
That's right.
You're making them think. Now they're becoming creative thinkers, critical thinkers, and they have to bring solutions instead of just being a nagger.
That's right.
We'll say that something is missing and we'll whine about it, we'll complain about it. Well, what are you going to do to fix the situation?
That's right. So by the 4th class, we're really probing what problems do you see in your world?
Uh-huh.
I want you to walk around and look as you walk through your world.
Yeah.
And come up with a number of problems and then think about solutions to those problems and how to create a business from those solutions.
Well, coming up, I really want us to be able to identify what that student looks like, right? Because right now you have someone that's listening, you have someone that's watching, and they're talking themselves out of a really great situation right now because they're thinking, oh yeah, that's not me. Oh no, my kid's not going to want to do that. Well, yes, it is you. Yes, it is your kid. Yes, it may be your neighbor's kid or the church member that has a great idea. They may not be a public speaker, but they may be one of those writers that just say, I like to dream it, but if somebody can help me etch it and bring it into a reality, then life will look so much different.
That's right. And the cool thing is that we partner our student CEOs with professional graphic designers as they craft their brand for their business. We pair them with business mentors and financial mentors as they put an actual business plan together. They're not by themselves.
Yeah.
And then they file their business with the Secretary of State's office. In class, the Secretary of State's office comes to class and helps every student register their business, file that LLC. We cover the cost. And then we help them with public speaking. So if they're not a great public speaker, it's okay. These are skills you need for life, as you know.
Absolutely.
And so we train them on public speaking and they create a 3-minute pitch and we practice it and practice it and practice it. If you talk to some of the 120 plus high school students who've gone through this program, they'll tell you they practice a lot. So by the Shark Tank like pitch night in March, they are ready to go. They're cheering each other on. This is a diverse group of high school students from all walks of life. It is so cool.
Absolutely. And this is something that you don't want to miss. When you start talking about those students, they're in high school, you're taking 25 applicants that you're going to select. Right now, it's yeabr.org. Once you log on to get all of the details, what are some of the qualifications?
Just in high school, you can be at a charter school, homeschool, public school, private school. The beauty of this is we don't care where you're at school, just that you have a passion for business.
Okay.
And that you live in the 9-parish greater Baton Rouge area. So as long as that's the case, apply today and you're qualified.
And when you start talking about the think tank, once they have their business structure, once they are next level ready and they're considering getting some seed money, You know, now they're learning about what it takes to actually bring this business to life, from an idea to if you're going online, if you need a brick and mortar, what does that look like? What are some of the things that you help them with to prepare for that pitch?
So we work with them on the actual pitch deck, and to make sure that everybody is going to represent their business well with the pitch deck. We help them as they practice their pitch for the actual competition. If they're launching an app, we pair them up with what we call tech mentors, who help them with wireframe of that website or app, so that the judges at the pitch event can actually get a sense of how that app will operate. So we pair them up with additional resources in the business community to help 3D model if it's a gadget or a widget, so that they are, flying through that pitch really confident in what they're about to say. And every business is awarded some level of seed funding.
Wow.
So there'll be some that get 5,000, some that get 500, but as long as you put in the work, you will get seed funding at that community pitch.
You know what? I love this. And it gets better and better and better. You have a magazine that's here with you. And when I tell you proof is in the pudding, I'm looking at the smiling faces of these kids. And they are ranged from ages like 17, 16, and 14 years young. Dutchtown High School. We have Episcopal. We have East Ascension High. I'm seeing a lot come from LSU Lab School, Catholic High, Thrive Academy, Baton Rouge Magnet High, my alma mater. I see you, okay? And we're just grateful to see so many of these students that have taken part with this and said, this is going to be something that's changing in my life. When you start talking to these students and they say, well, some of my dreams to provide clothing in a stylistic and different way. Well, you may talk to people that say, oh, everybody's doing clothes, right? One of my best friends is one of the founders of FUBU, and all they had was an idea. And to speak to kids, if you're booking for mentors and people that they need to hear from, say the word, because he would sit there and talk this baby's ear off about keep that dream alive, because yes, they have a t-shirt. Yes, everyone has thread, but what makes you different?
That's exactly right.
What is their experience whenever it is that they're encountering you? And that's for whatever business and whatever lane that we have. While you're doing this, and we have all of these businesses that you're partnering with, I know that the tone has to be the same across the board. How do you identify with the right mentors that you want to be affiliated with what you're doing when it comes to YEA?
So we have business and financial mentors. The financial mentors actually came about after our first year. So we're entering year 7 now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And after the first year, I thought surely just a business mentor could help, our students flesh out a business plan.
Yeah.
And halfway through that first year of the business mentors working with them, some of the business mentors came up to me and said, Deborah, I have financial people who help me on the financial side. So after the first year, we added bankers, CPAs, people who don't mind a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
It's not that complicated math, but we added those financial mentors. And we're really looking for people who enjoy working with high school students, want to pay it forward, wish they had this when they were younger, and can give and pour into these young people knowledge that they need to be successful.
Well, I'll tell you this, today we got her in the hot seat and on the tan line, none other than Deborah Sternberg. I'm going to hold you here a little while longer, so don't you dare run off on me. I want you to log on to yeabr.org, get the details. I got more coming up in just a flash. Take 288. Hi, and welcome back to the LaTangela Show podcast. You never know who's going to be in the hot seat or on the tan line, but she has worked hard today. She has earned her coffee, and I had to lock the doors because she kept trying to run away, saying, look, I got to get back to it. Registration is open. Everyone is logging on right now to yeabr.org. I got to get back to work. But Deborah, this is the work. We're recruiting right now. The deadline is approaching August 18th. Now, parents, guardians, let me be the first to tell you, we're accepting all of the applications, but we are only taking in another 25. So now is the time to log on to yeabr.org. Deborah, tell me a little bit about the program itself.
Yes. So the Young Entrepreneurs Academy of Baton Rouge unlocks the potential of high school students into amazing entrepreneurs.
Right.
So we are looking for high school students who are interested in business. They generate their business idea once they're in class. They don't have to have a business idea when they apply.
Okay.
But by the 4th week, they are figuring out what business they are going to launch. And we pair them up with business mentors and financial mentors to actually flesh out an actual business plan. They file their company with the Secretary of State's office. So these are legitimate businesses. These are legitimate LLCs.
Yes.
And then in March, after a lot of practice and a lot of work, they pitch their business to a Shark Tank like community pitch, a panel in front of the general public. Every business is awarded seed funding, and the judges also determine which business best represents our region.
Okay.
And we fly that team with their parent or guardian up to New York
Get out.
for a national competition.
Get out.
So not only are they getting seed funding from the Baton Rouge region, but they have an opportunity to compete at a national level to receive additional scholarships, additional seed funding. And when they graduate here, they're eligible for 3 credits from the LSU College of Business. So it is chock full. It's an amazing year. Actually, if I could tell you, at orientation, usually parents and guardians are walking up to us saying, I have no idea what my son or daughter or grandchild has signed up for. And by graduation, 8 months later, they're like, I had no idea what my son or daughter or grandchild had signed up for. And it's really transformational.
And probably didn't even know that the child had it in them.
Right.
But you're tapping into this potential of this young adult, and you are walking them through a process that's making them a better version of themselves. And it's really highlighting us. And I love it when I find stories like these, and when stories like these just align and find their way to me, because, I'm like, hey, I want to highlight those who are making headline news for all of the right reasons. And all of these teams that's signing up, they could be anywhere else doing anything else. But when you see a child that has potential and you can connect them to those who are going to take care of and nurture them, because this is us nurturing the future in the present. I want you to log on to yeabr.org. I'm still trying to see if it's too late for me to sign up. Within 9 parishes of EBR, we have 25 slots that's available. The deadline is August 18th. If you missed this deadline, you still want to log on and see how can you be a part, how can you get your kids signed up with some of these mentors, yeabr.org. Deborah, is there anything that we can do just on a day-to-day basis, not while the pitch is going on, not while the cohorts are taking place, but what can we do to make sure that YEA is getting its just due?
Really spread the word. It is up to each of us to think of a high school student. If you have or know a high school student or know a parent who has a high school student, let them know about the opportunity. This is grassroots. This is a great opportunity that we want every high school student interested in launching their own business to know about.
Yes, absolutely. And I applaud you and your team, because this is hard work and dedication. And it is definitely an act of love, because, it takes something for someone to leave their own comfort zone to be able to create opportunities for others. Yeah. And it says a lot about you as a person, and just knowing that you're paying it forward and the lives that you're transforming. Think of this as an extension of your office. So whenever you have anything that's going on, I trust it. Tell them, look, I need to jump in a hot seat on the tan line. We got work to do. What you doing? Are these mics on? Yes, they are. Okay.
Thank you so much. Spread the word.
Spread the word. Be sure to log on right now to yeabr.org. Again, that's www.yeabr.org. I'm just looking at these students and I'm thinking to myself, wow, these are the programs that they need to implement in the school.
Yeah.
But if we can sign them up right now before the deadline of the 18th.
And I'm sure we mentioned that the students meet on Wednesday nights.
5 to 8 p.m.
5 to 8.
Just one day a week?
Just one day.
And you getting all this accomplished?
Everything.
Girl, sign me up too. It's a field trip. I know you got more work to do, so I'm gonna let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Thank you so much.